sow, what you plant will surely grow. Honey, what goes up must come down. What goes around gonna come around. What goes up, you reap just what you sow. Sorry. What you plant will surely grow. What goes up must come down. What goes around comes back around. If you come to my aid, if ever I call, if you pick me up, if ever I fall, if you lend me a hand in a time of need, just remember whatever you give, you will receive. 'Cause you're gonna reap just what you sow. Yes, you are. What you plant will surely grow. And what comes up must come down. What goes around comes back around. Bobby, play some guitar for us. Mr. Bobby Nichols, if you grin in my face, you talk behind my back, you're gonna reap what you sow, and that's a fact. What's done in the darkness, it's gonna come to light. Whatever you do, oh, you gotta do it right. 'Cause you're gonna reap just what you sow. What you plant will surely grow. What comes up must come down. Goes around, comes around. I got one more verse. If you dig one ditch, well, you better dig two. 'Cause the one you dug might be for you. If you throw a rock, try to hide your head, I want you to know right now it's coming up again. That's right. So what are you gonna reap? Just what you sow. What you plant will surely grow. And what goes up must come down. What goes around comes back around. Comes around, comes back around. One more time. What goes around, comes back around. Charlie, amen. I like that. If you dig one ditch, you better dig two. 'Cause the one you dug might be for you. That's it. Those are powerful words. Those are fighting words. All right, we have a treat. We're going to feature our fabulous bass player back here is also a great singer, in case you didn't know that. Here we go. off your face, boy. It's a brand new day.
Oh, yeah. Respect yourself.
Na, 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 na.
Respect yourself.
Hey,
Respect yourself.
na, na, na,
Oh, respect yourself.
hey.
If you
Don't respect yourself, ain't nobody gonna give a good cahoot. No.
respect yourself.
Na, na.
Oh, respect yourself.
Hey. If you walk around thinking that the world owes you something 'cause you're here, you're going out the world backward like you did when you first come here. You keep complaining about the president who won't stop the air pollution. Put your hand over your mouth when you come. That'll help the solution. Oh, and don't curse around women when you don't even know their name. Don't be dumb enough to think that makes you a big old man. Oh, respect yourself. Respect yourself. Respect yourself. Respect yourself. If you don't respect yourself, ain't nobody gonna give a good cahoot. Whoa.
Respect yourself.
Na, na.
Oh, respect yourself.
Hey.
Respect yourself.
Respect yourself.
Oh, respect
You
yourself.
gotta respect yourself, yeah.
Yeah, respect yourself.
Respect yourself.
Oh, respect yourself. Oh, respect yourself.
Na, na, na.
Oh, respect yourself.
Mr. Bob Gross. And these great singers, Michael and Gina. All right, it's time for you to please turn off your cell phones. If you're in the aisles, you might want to take a seat now. We're going to also do our opening song, which is Gary Lynn Floyd's fabulous hit, One Big Family. So we're going to ask you to stand as we start our opening song. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Say hello to your neighbor. Here we go.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert, and good morning, love live streamers. We're so grateful you're here today. How are you? Woo! Right on. Well, as you know, Dr. Joe is taking the month of August off, so we've got the irreverent Dr. Laura here again to inspire us. If you thought last week was good, look out. You ain't seen nothing yet. Anyways, my name is Dale Olansky. I'm a practitioner here, and I am going to do the best I can to do your announcement. So there will be no Sacred Circle this Thursday because I and a few others are going up to Asilomar for CSL's annual retreat, and we are looking forward to that. So no Sacred Circle. And Reverend Rebecca will also be there, so no meditation practice this Sunday. We'll be back next week, though. What else do we have that's not happening this week?
We'll be here. We'll be here.
They'll be here. We have another game day and potluck coming up on Sunday, August 25th, which is next Sunday, 11:30 to 1. And Barbara will be doing that. Barbara, who did it last month, will be facilitating the game day again. So I think there might be a sign up on the patio if you're interested. Also, if you're interested in becoming a part of our CSL, where'd that go?
Go back, William.
Thank you. The CSL Conscious Connection Committee social team is creating the Table of 8 program. So it's a great way to get to know people in our congregation. And we put 8 people together, and you go out once a month for dinner or lunch or whatever you want to do, and you become kind of like a little community. And once you get to know each other, then we break you apart, and you get into another group of 8. But we would love for you to be a part of this. We know that this is what creates solid community. And so if this is interesting to you, we do have some applications or forms to fill out in the foyer. And there's some people around here you can ask. I know Barbara, maybe if you're just around afterwards. Barbara, would you mind standing up? She is our leader. She's our leader. And so she can answer questions as well. And guess what? We are having a practitioner class. Dr. Laura and I, we're going to do it again. We're going to have a practitioner class starting in the fall. So if you're ready and you've got the units, or you're not sure if you have any kind of questions about how to begin in the fall with us, and you have to have taken your prerequisites. So if you're not sure what those are, we will have that information out on the patio area. You can also ask me or Dr. Laura any questions you might have, or call the office, and we can talk to you and let you know what you need to do to jump into what is the most fascinating and fun and rewarding thing you can do. So we're here for you. Okay, looks like I'm done. All right, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Jerry Lynn to introduce our guest solo artist.
Real quickly, before we bring out our fabulous artist, where is Steve Morgan? Is he here? Steve Morgan? Happy birthday, doll. Here we go. Aww. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Steve. Happy birthday to you. Oh, you're back. Welcome back. This guy does so much for our center. We couldn't do anything without him. So we send you birthday blessings, Steve. All right, this next young man, he was an American Idol contestant in season 14. He sang also with the amazing Clark Beckham and Tiana, and they were this amazing trio of angel voices, oh. But we have him today as a solo artist. He has a new single on iTunes and Apple Music called X. Can't forget that. So please go and check it out. And he's going to be back here in November with his brand new EP. So I want you to really give it to him today. He's going to do 2 amazing songs. You're going to love them. Put your hands together, please, for Rayvon Owen.
How you guys doing, Center for Spiritual Living? Can y'all put your hands together for me like this? Come on. I think y'all might know this one. What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. Said all I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home. Y'all know this one?
Just a little bit.
When you get home.
Just a little
Come on.
Just a little bit.
Hey, I ain't gonna do you wrong. said, I ain't gonna do you wrong, cause I don't wanna. So all I'm asking is for a little respect. Just a little respect. Just when you come home. Hey, listen, I'm about to give you all my money, and all I'm asking in return, honey, is just give me some props when you get home. Just a little bit back, yeah. Come on, y'all, play this song. If y'all feeling good, put your hands together. Kisses sweeter than honey, but guess what? So is my money, and all I want you to do is just show a little respect. Yeah. Come on now, listen. Send an R-E-S-P-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-C-T. Take care, T-City. Little respect. Come on, y'all, we need to show a little respect. Anybody know what I'm talking about up in here? We respect, yes. All right, your turn. I need you to sing it with me. Say, come on. A little louder now. What? One more time. Say R-E-S-P-C. Find out. Come on. Yes. Come on, y'all. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Respect. Just a little bit. Hey, just a little bit. Just a little bit, just a little respect, y'all. Hey, just a little bit, 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 just a little bit. Let's go to church. Just a little bit, just a little bit, yeah. I wish we could just show each other a little bit of things. I wish we could just show each other a little bit of things. I wish we could just just a little respect. It's all we need, y'all. Just a little respect. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Thank you guys so much.
Trayvon Owen. Oh, he's just getting started, honey.
Oh my gosh. Okay. 10:10 in the morning. Where are you going to hear music like that and the energy like this? I'm telling you, no place. Good morning. Those of you that are visiting for the first time, welcome to our world. Right? All right, so let's say our mission statement together, please. We are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Dale Olansky, who's going to introduce our Power Talk speaker, because they're in class together and she knows all the stuff on her.
I know the dirty secrets. Lori Savage, please come into the living room of love. This woman means the world to me. We became fast friends when she joined our center about a year ago, a little over a year ago. And she is phenomenal. She studied with Dr. James Mellon to get her practitioner license at Global Truth Center in Westlake Village. And we are blessed, I'm telling you, wait till you hear her. We are absolutely blessed to have her. She likes to call herself the practical practitioner because you want to teach people how to practice this and put it into your practical daily living so you can have an incredible life. And I just love her, and you're going to love her, Lori Savage.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. So my first time out, I thought we would talk about neuroscience and its relationship to the quantum field. You knew I was just kidding? Actually, I've been thinking a lot about faith and looking at faith from a quote I read by Thomas Troward. And what he said is that the gardener has his exact analog in the mental science. And I've heard that so many times over the years. I've been in this teaching 20 years. So, seed is to thought, creative mind is to soil, and plant is to our experience. It's a wonderful analogy. And I've heard it so many times that I hadn't really thought about it in a while. But when I read it this time, I thought to myself, do I have the same level of faith that my thoughts are creative that I do when I plant a seed? The answer was no, because when I plant a cucumber seed, I don't think, gee, maybe I'll get a tomato. I've never once thought that. I'm always absolutely positive I will get a cucumber, and I walk away, and I know that. I have never once planted a seed and gone back and dug it up an hour or two later and said, hey, how you doing in there? What are you doing? Why aren't you working yet? But when I pray, I sometimes wonder, where's my stuff? I've also never walked up to my garden and thrown a handful of random seeds out and hoped for the best. I might get a tomato, and I don't like tomatoes. I've never done any of those things, but with my thoughts, sometimes they're random. And sometimes I think I can help the law, like I can coach it along a little. I can stand there and say, grow, grow to the seed, just as I might say to my thought, what's happening? What's going on? But you know what? The soil just does what it does. I don't do it. The soil does it. I choose what I want to plant with intention. A cucumber, not a tomato. I don't like tomatoes. I don't plant tomatoes unless I'm doing it for my husband. So there's a difference in faith there, isn't there? I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm just not to that level yet. It's not that I don't have any faith. I actually have a lot of faith, and I've used this teaching to change my life in the most amazing ways. There is no... If you put my life before Science Mind left next to my life now, they have no relationship to each other. It's like two completely different lifetimes, before and after. So it's not that I have no faith, but my goal is to have the level of faith that my thoughts are creative that I have when I plant a cucumber, that I will get a cucumber, and not doubt that ever, and not mess with it. Here's another thing that never happened. I've never planted a seed and had the soil spit it back out with me with a little note saying, are you sure you want to plant that? I heard you don't like tomatoes. But don't I think on some level that the universe understands just because I'm talking about lack doesn't mean I want lack? No, it doesn't. It doesn't understand that. It only says yes. It does exactly what the soil does, and that's it. So I'm going to out myself here. When we were told that we had to get up and speak on a Sunday morning, this image came to mind, William. And I thought, no. Now, who knew you were going to have to, you'd be in ministerial class and you would be expected to get up and speak. Why that didn't occur to me, I'm not sure. Now, the one thing I do know is that dog's going to end up having a bath. The same way I was going to end up on this stage this morning. And what I saw is, when that came to my mind, I thought, what am I planting here? Anxiety, fear, I can't, stress, all those things that I do not want. So I had to change what I was putting in mind. And so, here's the thing. Grab your rubber ducky, dive in. It's never as bad as you think it's going to be. We build things up in our mind. And I ask myself, what's the worst thing that can happen? You don't have any tomatoes, do you? Namaste.
Good job, Lori. I know, I kept asking, when is Lori going to talk, you know? And so it was worth the wait, Lori. Thank you. All right, so at this time, we're going to go into our meditation. So let's just center ourselves. For those of you here for the first time, we spend maybe like 10 minutes just going within and connecting with Spirit. So let's just take a deep breath in. Just let it out.
Show me the way. Show me the way. Your love will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your joy will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your peace will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your truth will light my way. And your love will light my way. And your joy will light my way. And your peace will light my way. And your truth will light my way.
Thank you. Oh, there is always hope and support when we need it. In the stillness and the unity of this moment, I know that Spirit, divine consciousness, is all there is. And I know that Spirit is dynamic, ever changing and always evolving in a rhythmic flow of harmony and wholeness. I know that I am a point in consciousness, that I am one with the divine, and as it evolves, I evolve. I am the face of God's divine love. As this is true for me, it is true for everyone. Perfect health is wholeness. I know this. Wholeness, it is absolute because I am inseparably one with God. And I know the process of my life is perfect because my life reflects the thoughts in my mind, the thoughts that go into the law of mind and come into form as my life experience. And that happens no matter what my thoughts are. If I am fearful, feeling any face of fear, like anger, greed, jealousy, worry, I know that my thoughts are not in alignment with spiritual truth. And what I experience is sadness, unbalance, dis-ease. Like a kink in the hose, my fearful thoughts are restricting the flow of my good. But when I am deeply rooted in divine love, I know that my thoughts are in alignment with spiritual truth. I experience joy, ease, grace, and everything seems to flow in a natural order. Yes, divine life renews me, body and soul, and it makes me ready and open to receive all the goodness of God. I am renewed with faith and trust that Spirit works only for my highest good. I am grateful to know this truth. Divine life renews my every thought and every cell in my body, so I experience harmony, health, and wholeness. I release this word into the law of mind, knowing that it is already so. Please join me in saying, and so it is. Amen.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments. I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God. I find myself. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments. I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God.
back into the room. Let's take a deep breath in.
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one.
Let's stand and hold hands.
Unity, we can live in harmony. Peace has come, 'cause we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we can live in harmony, and peace has come, 'cause we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we can live in harmony, and peace has come, 'cause we are one. And peace has come, 'cause we are one. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you. My darling, you. Bittersweet memories. That is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye. Please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will always love you. I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness. But above all this, I wish you love. And I will always love you. I will always love you. I will always love you. Always love you. I will always love you. I will always I will always love
Wow. Oh, gosh, you know.
November, he'll be back.
Oh, yay. Wow. All right, so now I'm going to do a joke. That was beautiful. I mean, those of you, too, who came for movie night Wednesday, I mean, we were crying in here then, too. It's been a lot of tears around here. That was beautiful. Anyway, an engineer was crossing a road one day when a frog called out to him and said, "If you kiss me, I'll turn into a beautiful princess." He bent over, picked up the frog, and put it in his pocket. The frog spoke up again and said, "If you kiss me and turn me back into a beautiful princess, I will stay with you for 1 week." The engineer took the frog out of his pocket, smiled at it, and returned it to his pocket. The frog then cried out, "If you kiss me and turn me back into a princess, I'll stay with you and do anything you want." Again, the engineer took the frog out, smiled at it, and put it back in his pocket. Finally, the frog asked, "What is the matter? I told you I'm a beautiful princess, that I'll stay with you for a week and do anything you want. Why won't you kiss me?" The engineer said, "Look, I'm an engineer. I don't have time for a girlfriend, but a talking frog, now that's cool." All right, so you like that one, huh? Here, so that you have it for, yes, there you go. She was upset with me because I threw away my joke from last week and she wanted it and I didn't save it, so anyway, that's it. Anyway, so the theme this month is respect other nations, people, gratitude. And today's topic is honoring all people. And so this was a quote that we're supposed to use, and I thought this was really beautiful. "For all tomorrow's good may rest today upon your gratitude. For he who gives thanks before the wine is pressed from grapes, still clinging to the vine, has shown faith above, beyond the present hour, and his thanksgiving holds the future flower. And so it was kind of like what Lori was talking about in her great talk, Lori, that, we plant our seed and we give thanks even before we know it's coming. And what you do when you give thanks ahead of time is you're opening your heart to receive. And so without the spiritual premise that you are a phase and function of the infinite intelligence, you cannot heal yourself or others. And that's actually from the chapter I'm supposed to be talking about this week, but I'm not. But what was really important, what I really wanted you to get, when we, as practitioners and ministers, we do prayer. We're not praying to or beseeching something outside of ourselves. What we really understand is that divinity is within us. It is us. We are using it. And so if you don't walk away with anything today, I want you to start really thinking about the fact that you are the divine. You are that connection. It's not that you are doing it, but you are that vessel through which it works. So it is dependent on what you think, what you worry about, what every thought you have is impressing it on that divine, and it is creating it. So I love this. This was something that this Pierre Pradervan always says. He says, "Thank you for shining thee as me." All right? So really, I want you to think about that. And, when we watched The Shack the other night, it was about judgment. He was judging God for the death of his daughter. And he said, and he gave him a situation where he had to pick between his two living children. Which one do you want to send to hell, and which one do you want to send to heaven? And he said, send me. I cannot make that judgment. And he said, and why do you think God does that? God does not make a judgment, nor should you. You do not have the power. So think about that. I want you to really, while I'm doing this talk, think about that you are the divine. You have the power to change the world. You have the power to change your life. Every thought of cruelty is disturbing to the entire body. Solomon tells us that he that is cruel troubles his own flesh, and every adverse thought is cruel. And then he goes on, thoughts of peace and goodwill, a recognition of the unity of all men will produce harmony. So think about that. If you are allowing outer things in your world, maybe a diagnosis or somebody you feel disrespected you versus respected you, when you go into that anger, you are hurting yourself, you are hurting the situation, you are not doing anything that is positive. And what that Pierre Pradervan is all about is about blessing. He blesses everything. He blesses every situation, because he said when you bless, you are putting that energy, you are actually making a difference by doing that. And he said, and the more that you bless situations, people, whatever is going on, he said, that affects you. That affects them. And I know it is difficult, he said, and we've all heard the biblical verse, love your neighbor as yourself, right? But the Aramaic translation is, love your neighbor who is yourself. Is that powerful? Now, Aramaic was the language that the master teacher Jesus spoke. And when you think about that, love your neighbor who is yourself. So each one of us here, this is a reflection of an aspect of all of who we are. We are in this big soup called God, the universe, and we are all part of this. We are all one on every level. we feel like we're separate, but we truly are one. And the more that we start blessing each other, blessing situations, the more that we will have a positive effect on it. Bless with the heart, not with the mind, because true blessing is a song of the heart. You know, instead of just going, oh, I bless you, actually feel that compassion, that love for that person, that situation. And truly, the more we do it, the easier it will become. We will catch ourselves getting angry and we'll say, no, I bless this. I bless this. I send it my love. I send it my life and love. So I want to talk to you about Ho'oponopono. I'm so happy you're here. I just say Dr. Hugh Lynn because I can't say Ihali Yaka Laka Laka Laka, whatever. But what he teaches is Ho'oponopono, and it's 4 phrases. It's I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Now I know some of you have taken my class, but let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Hugh Lynn. So he studied this ancient Hawaiian forgiveness, and he was he got hired. Nobody would take over this like an insane, like a jail for the criminally insane. All right, they were really, they were in shackles and had to be medicated, and it was awful. It was so toxic in this hospital that literally they couldn't keep the paint on the wall. It would just peel off the wall. It's how negative it was. In fact, the guards were even afraid when the inmates were walking down the hall, they would stand up against the wall because that's how terrified they were. These people were they were insane. So Dr. Hewlin said, okay, I'll take the job, but I don't want to see any of the inmates. Just give me their files. And he would take their files and he would read about what they had done. And he would say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And he would do it on each file until he felt complete with it, that he felt healed with it. And gradually what happened, pretty soon, they weren't shackling the inmates, they weren't medicating them, and in fact, they all were healed and released to other facilities where they could actually function just by doing that. And so the whole premise of Ho'oponopono, again, is that we are one. All right, we are one. So if something comes up in my life that I don't like, or I notice it, I have to say, what is my part in this? Since there's only one, I'm not actually talking to an empty room. This is just me here. No. And so there's just one of us, all right? So anything that comes into your awareness, he says, you have to take 100% responsibility for. So you say, I love you, and I'm sorry for whatever is mine that I have contributed to this. Please forgive me, and thank you. Thank you for showing up to give me an opportunity to know that there is something within myself to heal. Because if we wouldn't be in reaction, we wouldn't even see it if it wasn't something that was within us. Does that make sense? So anyway, it's a beautiful practice. And even any time that you find yourself, even just say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, I love you. Please forgive me. It brings you back to center. And as Dr. Hewlin says, at center, when you are at peace, then everything is good in your world. And that's when we can create. That's when we can do more good in the world. So think about this. So remember Dr. Emoto, I don't remember if it was in What the Bleep or in The Secret. Remember with the water crystals? So he showed that just a thought can change the cellular structure in water. Love and gratitude created the most beautiful crystals. All right, so that just shows you, if you can put a little word on a bottle and it changes and of course I'm sure when they put the word, they thought about it. Think of how powerful you are, how powerful your thoughts are, how our thoughts can change the world. All right, so think about that. And then what you think about others, how you treat others is a reflection of our inner consciousness. As we heal our inner world, we heal our relations. All right? So, yeah, there may be somebody in your family that's like nails on the chalkboard and stuff, but we need to heal that within ourselves. Number one, it's like, why would we give our peace and our tranquility away to change somebody or to make them see the world the way we see it or be on the same page? The only one that we are responsible for is ourselves and how we react. How other people live, we just bless them. And I thought this was really good. If we begin to realize that everyone is at their highest level of consciousness, we cannot feel resentment and anger. All right, so people that we see in the world, you could say politicians, family members, whatever, everybody, each one of us is operating at our highest level of consciousness. It's, again, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. They don't even think that they're doing anything that is harmful or is negative because that is the level of their consciousness. So that's when we bless them. We bless them, send them love, knowing that they are doing the best they can from where they are. And the more that we bless, the more that we send out that loving energy, the more that comes back into our life, and the more the world starts to shift, at least the world around us, and then it has that ripple effect. And that's why we talk about changing lives one heart at a time. It is because that energy that we are putting out, that love that we are putting out to everybody, if you just spent your day just blessing, telling people in your heart, I love you, I see you, I know that you're doing the best you can. And just know that it's getting better. No, it's like planting that seed, knowing that cucumber, that beautiful garden is going to grow. And so when you're sending your blessings, you are fertilizing, you are watering it, you are knowing it, you are visualizing what it is that you are going to have come back to you. So practice. When somebody that has hurt you or you feel they've hurt you, send them love. Send them compassion. Send them your knowing that they too are the divine. They are showing up as the divine at the level they are. It's like a little child. If they do something wrong, we don't, most of us anyway, no. We don't really punish them or hurt them or condemn them because they're a child. We know that they're at the level of their development. Well, it's not only physical and mental development. We are each at our own level of developing consciousness. And the more that you love and bless everyone, because remember, they are you are blessing yourself. You are sending that blessing to yourself in the long run. So this is an affirmation that I would love for us to say together and say it all the time. Let's say this together. I love you. I bless you. I release you to your highest good. All right? Yes. And right? So let's say it again. I love you. I bless you. I release you to your highest good. So anytime some situation, some person is causing your equilibrium not to feel so equal that it's upsetting you, say that. Say, I love you, I bless you, I release you to your highest good. Or do the ho'oponopono. Thank you. Thank you for showing up, showing me that I still have some more work to do. I'm sorry for whatever I've done to contribute to this. I love you, and, I bless you. Thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, and please forgive me. Please forgive me for contributing to this pain, to this negativity That is what we are here. We, again, are that divine intelligence. It's not something outside of us. It is us. It is that divine energy that we are putting into the world. And remember that ye are thee, all right? Ye are thee. You are the conscious mind. You are making a difference. Everybody in the world is making a difference at the level of their consciousness. So let's come together and raise that higher, knowing that we are all awakening, we are all on this divine path, and that our neighbor is us. All right. And so ends your lesson. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, such good wisdom. At this time, I would like to ask the ushers to come forward for our offertory. And I just want to express my appreciation on behalf of the center for all of your love offerings that you give to us, because your money allows us to do good work in the community and to keep operating year long. So thank you very, very much for what you're able to contribute today and every day. If you want to text your tithe, as you can see, the information is behind me as well. So I think we are going to go ahead and say our blessing. Join me as we say, I offer this gift with love, joy, and gratitude. I receive freely and give freely, knowing the law of circulation is working perfectly in my life and the life of this center. Thank you.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today.
Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one.
Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live
give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance.
Love is all we need.
All we are saying is give peace a chance.
Will you sing it with us?
All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance.
Namaste.
Kenise is coming up with the bounty of good that you guys gave, and I'm so grateful for y'all. Kenise, would you like to introduce yourself to our beautiful congregation?
I'm Kenise Menke, and I've been coming here almost 3 years.
And you've had some pretty intense miracles, huh?
Yes, I have. It'll be next Friday, 2 years. I have arrived at JFK fatal with stage 5 renal failure, and I wasn't expected to live. My best friend called here. The prayer team got on it right away, and here I am.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, prayer works big time. So let's say the blessing over the offertory. We bless this collective offering and receive it with gratitude, knowing it is spirit in action. As this currency flows through our center and beyond, it blesses many lives, including my own. And go ahead and give that. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. I would like to invite anybody who is here for the first time today to please stand up so that we can give you a gift. Any newcomers, first time? Wonderful. Anybody else? Okay. We would love for you to go visit our desk in the lobby area, and we're going to give you a gift to take home with you. We would love for you to become a part of our spiritual community. And if you're just visiting, you can still be a part of the community. We live stream every single week, so we'd love to have you be a part of this wonderful community. And next, I believe we have the 1-minute miracles. We have our practitioners and ministers in the Om Room, which is the building just right across the way there. And if you need prayer for anything at all, whether you're walking through a challenge or there's something new that you want to bring forth in your life, they are there for you. It just takes a minute. And like Kenise said, you do the prayer, it is done, and your good comes into your life. So visit them over there. And next is our calendar. Oh boy, that is slim this week. Oh my goodness, that's what happens when Silamar is here. Well, we've got our grief group on Tuesday at 5, which is if you have a challenge of loss. They're a wonderful group of people that come together and just listen and talk and support each other. We've got Soul Sisters at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, and Kathy Duguid's class, Metaphysics to Mysticism, at 6:15 on Friday. And we will be back here next Sunday. And I just want to do a shout out. Reverend Rebecca is going to be giving the talk next Sunday, and she told me, I am ready. And when she says that, I know she's ready. She's going to be great, so come and see her. It's going to be a great talk. Thank you. And what else do we have? I think that's it. Okay, it's time for gratitude, as I always end a service. Grateful for Jerry Lynn and our wonderful band. You were awesome. Oh my God, please come back. Oh, do you have CDs or anything that you're selling? When you come back, we can't. You are so talented. I'm just
Don't
in
forget,
awe.
you can get his new single now on iTunes or Apple Music called X.
That's right. Thank you. Wow, we're so blessed. I want to thank all of you guys for being here today, because without you, this doesn't happen. And it's great to be able to gather together in spiritual community and know our oneness, know peace, know love, and just bring it out into the world. Lori Savage, thank you, girl. Oh, I love it. I'd like to thank the guys in the back, William and Barry, for making everything happen, and Jeff. Thank you, thank you. And Steve and Julie, who've been running things behind the scenes and doing a fantastic job. Thank you to them back there. And I want to thank the practitioners and the ministers who always hold the high watch for you, always praying for your highest and best good and for your wholeness to be revealed to you in all ways, shapes, and forms in your life. And I want to thank Dr. Laura. Oh my God, right? Always. Just right. And Dr. Joe, who we know is getting refreshed and rejuvenated, because when he comes back, just get ready and buckle up, buttercup, as William would say. So at this time, I think it's time to pray. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you and just join me in consciousness. Oh, I'm so very grateful to be here with everybody, to know what I know, that there is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life right here, right now. And I know that for everybody in this room as well. Because what I know is that love reigns supreme. What I know is that when we stand in the awareness of who we are, the divine in action, that only good comes forth. And so I know that as this week unfolds before us, that we are absolutely blessed, because we are seeing with new eyes. We are seeing people without condemnation and judgment, but seeing them as the beloved, as understanding that they are where they are and they're doing the best they can. And so we hold the light. We hold the space for good to be revealed, for the miraculous to happen, for peace and love to be made manifest in the here and now throughout our beloved world. And so knowing that at all times, love and peace and harmony are always unfolding because God is running the show. I'm so grateful to know that. I'm so grateful to experience it. And I'm so very grateful to see the blessings that are pouring over all of us here in this room and in our world. And so knowing that all is unfolding with grace and ease and through divine right action and order, I release my word right now as law, knowing it is done. And so join me as we say together, and so it is. Amen. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you when we see you next.
You don't know me, but I'm your brother. I was raised here in this living hell. You don't know my kind in your world. Fairly soon time to tell you. Telling me the things you're gonna do for me. I ain't blind and I don't like what I see. Taking it to the streets. Come on everybody, taking it to the streets. Oh, taking it, yeah. Taking it to the streets. No, 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 no. Taking it to the streets. To my brother. You will find him everywhere, wherever people live together. Yeah, a child in poverty's despair. Oh, you telling me the things you're gonna do for me. I ain't blind and I don't like what I see. Come on, taking it to the streets. Everybody now, taking it to the streets. Ooh, yeah. Taking it to the streets. Taking it now, taking it to the. me the things you wanna do for me. Yes. I ain't blind, but I don't like what I see. Taking it to the street. Everybody come on now. Taking it to the street. No more need for